What if I told you that one of the most technologically advanced aircrafts in the world vanished without a trace? In the early hours of March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a Boeing 777-200ER, took off from Kuala Lumpur, destined for Beijing. On board were 239 souls, each unaware of the looming enigma that would engulf them. Yet, despite the Boeing 777's reputation as one of the most sophisticated aircrafts of the modern era, no distress signal was broadcasted, no emergency systems activated, nothing but an eerie silence as the aircraft along with its passengers and crew seemingly disappeared into the ether. The ensuing search would become one of the largest in aviation history, spanning vast oceans and numerous countries. Yet, despite these efforts and the passing of time, the fate of MH370 remains unknown. The disappearance of MH370 remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. The last words from the cockpit were, "Good night, Malaysian 370. A seemingly ordinary phrase, but these words would become the emblem of one of aviation's most baffling mysteries. Flight MH370 had taken off as usual from Kuala Lumpur, heading towards Beijing with 239 souls on board. The skies were clear, and everything seemed perfectly normal. The flight made its last contact with air traffic control over the South China Sea. Malaysian 370, they acknowledged, their voices calm and routine. But then, something happened. Suddenly, and without any warning, the plane vanished from the radar. Air traffic control waited for a response, a signal, anything. But there was nothing, just silence. The confusion that followed was palpable. Attempts to re-establish contact failed. Search and rescue teams were scrambled, but it was as if the plane had evaporated into thin air. In an age of GPS and advanced tracking technologies, how could a massive airliner just disappear? The search for MH370 was not just a search for an aircraft, but a search for answers. This wasn't merely a localized effort, it was an extensive international operation, with countries from around the globe pitching in to help. The vast and unpredictable Indian Ocean became the focal point of this relentless pursuit. Teams from Australia, China, Malaysia, and the United States, among others, scoured the ocean's depths. Underwater drones were deployed, gliding through the abyss, their electronic eyes tirelessly scanning the ocean floor for any sign of the vanished jetliner. A few pieces of debris were eventually discovered, a flaperon here, a stabilizer there. But these fragments, scarred and weathered by the elements, provided no definitive answers. They were just silent witnesses to an unfathomable mystery, offering no clue as to what had happened to the aircraft or the 239 souls on board. Despite all efforts, the whereabouts of MH370 and the people on board remain unknown. Years have passed, but the question remains: what happened to Flight MH370? As we delve into the abyss of uncertainty, we find ourselves surrounded by a sea of theories. Some suggest a calculated act of pilot suicide, while others point towards a sinister hijacking. Then there are those who believe in the possibility of a catastrophic mechanical failure. Each theory is compelling, each with its own set of evidence and counter-evidence, contributing to the complexity of this enigma. The investigation, while it continues, has been suspended due to a lack of fresh evidence. Yet, the quest for answers persists. The endless discussions, the relentless analysis, the unwavering hope, all testify to our collective yearning for closure, for understanding. As the search continues, the disappearance of Flight MH370 serves as a stark reminder of the vastness of our world and the mysteries it still holds.